Alrighty, so today there's quite a lot that I want to share with you on my personal feedback journey, documenting the first 30 days, my personal experience with this beautiful stem cell regenerating patches. So for those of you that are following my journey along with me every day, first of all, thank you. It's so amazing to share it with you. And you would know that yesterday was the first day that I used two different patches together. You know, the combination of the X39 and the X49. And there's quite a marked difference. I really, really love it so very, very much. And I think the first thing to just say is that the positive effects are just so much more profoundly obvious, you know, which is really, really great. So welcome to this video. My name is Adrian Nelson. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner. And I have been looking and praying and literally asking the universe for, you know, a product, something that can help the human body, you know, to just do well. Because the thing is that, you know, as somebody who does practice consciousness, let's call it that. You know, spirituality is always like so much in a box and wellness. So somebody who practices consciousness and who supports other people in sort of like, you know, finding and aligning with and, you know, practicing and expanding and maintaining that consciousness that is, you know, that is beneficial to them and that's beautiful, conducive to their life. I've been looking for something to support the body, because the thing is, the better the body's doing, the better you're going to do across the board. You know, if the body's good, you're going to be good. If the body's not good, you're not going to be good. Doesn't matter how spiritual you are, doesn't matter what you practice, doesn't matter how many crystals you have. And I mean, there's amazing things, obviously. I mean, there's like, you know, there's all sorts of beautiful practices that you can do. One of my biggest favorites is, or two of them, is obviously meditation, which I've been doing since I was like 9. You know, I'm like 41 and a half now. And also breath work. Breath work is exceptional. It goes really, really great with my regression hypnosis practices. It's really, really fantastic. It's amazing for body, sort of like detox and maintenance and all those sort of things. But I was really looking for something that can sort of like maintain the human body. Little did I know that I would find something that would revive it. Like, to me, that is a beautiful extra bonus, okay? So, just to give you some quick feedback on my day today, before I give you the feedback on like yesterday, because I always do them like a day, you know, behind. So, I think the thing that I can just say is, first of all, I'm just at so much peace. It's really, really beautiful. A divine sort of peace, a divine sense of calm. Yesterday in Cape Town, there was this massive howling wind, like literally steel gates were like sort of like swinging on the hinges, like they were loose washing, you know, in the wind. And big solid steel walls were blown down, or well, sort of like what you call it, like fencing was blown down, which is quite a thing, because obviously with, you know, with steel fencing, it's got holes in it, you know, so the wind normally goes through it. And then, you know, through the night as well, and today, and there's quite some rain. So it's quite stormy weather in Cape Town, actually, which really does make sense, because today is April the 8th, 2024, and it's a huge solar eclipse. And obviously with all those energies happening out in the universe, you know, it does obviously affect planet Earth, because we are in the universe, you know, and we forget that sometimes, that you're this ball of rock that is spinning through space, you know, it's something keeps us together. And the better the body, the more fulfilling, the more personally fulfilling that experience is, the more enjoyable it is, you know. And with the wind yesterday, something that was actually quite interesting, you know, with those howling winds yesterday when I woke up, I don't really have what you would call problems with sinuses specifically, but when the weather's very dry, which it is at the moment, and also, well, apart from today, because obviously today it's raining, but like prior to that, you know, when the weather's very dry, so there's not a lot of moisture in the air specifically, and when it's very, very windy, and even things like aircon and stuff like that, it can sort of like really dry me out. And then I have, I suppose, in a typical, you know, water sign energy, because I'm a Cancerian, but it does have a tendency to really dry me out, and it makes me feel lethargic, and it gives me that hollow sort of headache feeling, which really, really sucks. And I didn't have any of those yesterday. I did go to the store very, very early because I was sending some product, actually X39 and X49, off to a client via courier. And of course, if you're in South Africa, then I can get you product, or I can help you sign up wherever you are in the world. My contact details are in the description, But it was very early in the morning, and I said to my friend, let's get to the store now to drop off this courier and to get back, because it was literally physically dangerous to be outside. It was very dangerous to be outside. But still, I was in good spirit, and I didn't have any problems with the sinuses, nothing dried out. And in actual fact, I was feeling more focused. And I haven't actually even, in the same way that I didn't even notice that I didn't have like the lower back pain and the shoulder pain and all those type of things, I didn't even notice that my sinuses were not affected, as they would, usually quite predictably be, previously. Sorry. And so what was really, really cool yesterday, so in the apartment complex that I'm staying, there's like a big garden in the middle, like a communal space, like trees and a lawn and a barbecue space. You can have like a picnic and whatever. And, we take our doggies there to do their business when we don't take them outside. And because it was so windy, it was really, really windy, like you couldn't open your windows type of thing windy, because either the whole house will be blown upside down, or the wind may actually just literally take the window from the hinges. And I was concerned, and even though I've got aluminium window frames, so they're like those really, really strong frames, I said to myself, I'm not opening the windows, because it really, the wind took, it took a steel fence wall out of the ground. It had gates blowing around in the wind like crazy, But not once, not twice, but 3 times when I took my dog in, because the Jack Russell, I take him often. I was just laying down on the lawn, and I let the sort of like the wind just blow over me, and I was looking at the beauty of the grass as the wind was almost like flowing like water, and I was just laying there with my doggy, and he was just like a crazy thing at some point, jumping around on my chest, and just so relaxed. Not the usual, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And so this is what's beautiful that I've really come to find, which is incredible with this product, is that I'm more focused, I'm more productive, I'm more calm. Okay? Now, of course, you can wear all these patches individually. As I always say, X39 is like the OG, you can wear that just alone. I've had tremendous success with that. My best friend has tremendous success with that. I've spoken to some other people. They've had tremendous success with just wearing the X39, which is really great for stem cell regeneration. All the patches really are about stem cell regeneration, and it's just about balancing the body, and it's just beautiful, beautiful detoxing experience, balancing experience. And then when you add the X49, it's really great for physical strength, for building physical strength. It's really great for weight loss. It's really great for bone density. So if you're having those kind of troubles with bone density, if you're having maybe cardiovascular problems, if you're having difficulty focusing, if you're feeling very sort of just difficult to kind of like place yourself, difficulty with weight loss and stuff like that, if you actually wear the X39 with the X49, the patches, both of them, and it's the second day that I'm doing it, the difference is just heavenly, and also, I think what's really great about this product, so remember I just wore the X39 initially, and if you're interested, you can always go back and watch them again. I'm putting the links for all of the videos down in the description, so if you want to follow the journey from the beginning, by all means, and I'm just giving you honest feedback from my side. None of these things are rehearsed or anything like that. I'm just talking. I always say to people, I'm only really good at being myself. And I think what is really, really cool is, when you, because it's such a reset, so when you think about life, first of all, life is very crazy, and it's almost, brinking on impossible to grow up in life, in the times that we are, for there to not be, some profound trauma or something that steps in. And the thing with trauma, childhood trauma, challenges that you've gone through, stress and anxiety and traffic and this deadline and that line, having to meet this, that, and that, and so on. Life is so fucking crazy. Yet it's so difficult to cope and to deal. And what happens is, even from the best of intentions, it's so hard to almost keep it together sometimes. It's so hard to be a good parent sometimes. I'm not a parent specifically personally myself, well, of a human being. I've got a dog. But I remember even when I stayed with my sister, and she had 2 toddlers at the time, I was saying to her, I don't know how you do this. I never, I always just assumed that, you have them and you feed them and you make sure they don't die, and that's it. But kids are a lot. They are a lot. And even myself as an uncle living in the house, and obviously doing my part, I could really feel the pressure of that. And so that puts a lot of strain on our body. So when you grow up with a lot of stress and a lot of strain, and there's anxiety in your life growing up, maybe the situation's not all that healthy, there's some unhappiness, animosity, some friction, whatever the case is that's going up. I don't know if you knew, but your central nervous system, your immune system, your neurological system, the way that your brain operates in balance with sort of like, your DNA, what DNA is unlocked, because we don't utilize all of our DNA. We've got a lot of potential, infinite potential, but we only tap into that which is in alignment with our current subconscious beliefs. And this is where the fly gets in the jam, and for some reason I've been taken to that side. I got it in one of my weekly tarot readings. I think it was for Capricorn or something, like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. The fly in the jam, and it sort of stuck with me. But what happens is your system doesn't develop in a healthy way, in a balanced way. Your reasoning, your belief about yourself, your sense of self-worth, your values, your subconscious core belief of who you are doesn't develop in a healthy way. And if it doesn't, then your life has all these unnecessary challenges, because whatever you believe subconsciously about yourself is what is going to play out in your conscious experience of life. And that is why I'm so passionate about regression hypnosis, because, when my clients come to me, I would be like, okay, we don't look at the problem. What is the cause of the problem? What is the consequence of it? Is it from this lifetime? It's inherited from your parents, in your pathology. Where does it come from? But also in this lifetime, when you have challenges, you have a divorce, you're stressing about work, you're stressed about paying your rent or your bills or your mortgage, or, where you're going to get fuel for your car and your job, and you're under a lot of pressure and, all that sort of stuff. It puts a lot of strain on your system, and it has a detrimental effect on our system as human beings. And as I love to remind people that we only have this one body. And, the thing that I always had is that, I always knew, since I was very, very young, I always knew, I was born highly intuitive, so I always knew that I would live a very long time on this planet, about 82 years. I always knew that. But what I realized, and was really such a big wake-up call for me as I got older, I began to realize that you can live on this planet for 80 plus years, even well into your 90s, and the way that, the benefits that I'm getting from these patches, I'm pretty confident that I might make it till about 150. Pretty confident. Because it doesn't only stop the aging process, it reverses it. I am feeling, I'm not telling you a word of a lie, I feel freaking fantastic. I have not felt this way in years, And so the realization for me was, you can live long, but what will the quality of that life be? And it, as much as I tried with all sorts of supplements and diet and exercise, and full disclosure, I am not the biggest fan of exercise, I find it quite boring. I'd rather go dance or something like that. So I'm forever wearing earphones and like dancing with sweat dripping down my face. But, and I love running very much. And I like jogging, which is a bit difficult for me having an apartment, staying alone with a dog at the moment. And I've been at gym before, and I'm not saying that I won't ever do it again, but unless I'm with somebody that's really sort of like, peeping me up, I find it quite boring. I'm quite easily bored. I'd rather go climb a mountain or something like that, or learn how to, I don't know, roll myself in ropes or something like that rather. But even with that, as you get older, I think I said this in the very first video on day 1 that I did, you get this experience that the spirit is incredibly willing, but the body is not so, not so on par anymore, which can be quite a debilitating experience. And I'm just really happy that I've discovered this product. I feel very blessed, And even today, things are always crazy in eclipse seasons. But this particular eclipse that's happening today, April the 8th, 2024, this particular eclipse is, we only really get the setup every 375, or the last time we had it was 375 years ago, and the cycles in the universe, they're quite predictable in that sense, and Mercury is in retrograde, means sometimes something goes crazy and stuff like that. I don't want to get too metaphysical in this particular video because that's not really what it's about. That's a lot of my other material, which you're more than welcome to look at. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and please subscribe. Leave your comments, like the videos, share them, ask questions. I'm more than happy to share. And I share my personal experience, And if it's something more factual and I don't know, then I'll go find out for you. Okay? But yeah, Isaac, even just the quality of sleep that I'm getting, the improved relationship that I'm having with myself, that I'm having with my dog, that I'm having with food, I just don't have the craving for, that idea that you get like, oh, a chocolate sundae will be such an amazing idea with like, chocolate chip cookies and chocolate sauce and chocolate broken up into the ice cream and some nuts and whatever at 11:30 at night. I just don't get them. I'm not trying to control myself. I'm not trying to, I'm not making any effort really to be disciplined or anything like that. I just follow my body. And I'm just like, oh, I don't really feel like that. Maybe I'll have a cup of tea, which is really cool. Which is really, really cool. And even today, there's no internet at the moment, and I'm not really sure why. It might be because of the storm, maybe there was some damage, maybe there's an infrastructure, I don't even know. And typically I will be so wound up about something like this. I will be like, somebody's gotta fucking sort it out. And I will be contacting the agent and the body corporate and the building manager, and like, somebody's gotta give me something. I'm like, it'll happen when it happens. It is so amazingly cool. I have been a full-time self-employed entrepreneur since July 2019. And I decided, because solar eclipses are such wild energies, so apart from the daily videos that I make, and I still do like YouTube videos and stuff like that, my first client that I'm doing, I've got a tarot reading booked for Thursday, coming today's Monday. I've got a tarot reading booked, a pre-recorded one, and then also a regression hypnosis session, which is online. And I just decided I'm going to give myself Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. And I'm so calm about it, which is so beautiful, because in the way that entrepreneurs can be sometimes, I was always like, but I gotta do it, I gotta do something, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna chill. It's wonderful to feel this way. It's wonderful to feel this way. It's so easing and calming on the body. And I am really, really grateful that I discovered this product. And if you want to know more about it, if you want to know about just getting it for yourself, just the product itself, or you want to be a distributor, or you want to know how it works, or what are the options, or whatever the case may be, I kind of like share through all of the videos. But my best friend and I, we've got a WhatsApp group that we are running for this. There's a Facebook page. You're more than welcome to join it. It's absolutely free. In the Facebook page, you can put like comments and stuff like that. The WhatsApp page is just sharing, because it gets pretty annoying when everybody gives you all videos all day long and stuff like that. Feel more than welcome to reach out to me. You can contact me. My contact details are in the description. If you feel more confident dealing with a woman, you can check on the Facebook page, on the WhatsApp page. Both myself and my friends' numbers are there, so you can reach out. There's some videos on Facebook that you can see her. You can determine if you'd rather work with someone else. And, just amazing things that I've heard from people, and that I've experienced myself. More energy, more vitality. My friend made a video that's on Facebook because she's had some trouble with diabetes and stuff for years. And I mean, I know for a fact that this is true. She hasn't ran in years. It was just too taxing on the body. Just too stressful on the body. And, she was saying the other day, like, buddy, I was running. I was running across the road. And it's so amazing when you can kind of feel your body come alive, like that. as opposed to the experience that I think that you get when you get older, where it kind of feels like your body's falling apart. So I'm quite excited, and I look forward to connecting with you on the rest of the videos. From my heart, namaste, love and light, bye.